There was once a poor girl named Ayesha who lived in a tiny village. Her father worked as a laborer and earned very little money. Their small house had no electricity. At night, the rooms became completely dark. Ayesha loved studying. She dreamed of becoming a doctor one day. But every evening, when other children turned on their lights and opened their books, Ayesha sat in darkness. One night, she carried her schoolbooks and walked to a street light near the market. Sitting on the cold ground, she began to study. People laughed at her. "Look at that girl," they said. "She thinks she will become a doctor by studying under a street light." Ayesha heard every word, but she never answered. She simply kept reading. Every night she returned to the same street light. Sometimes it was raining. Sometimes it was freezing cold. Sometimes insects covered her books. Yet she never missed a day. Years passed. One evening, while studying, an old teacher saw her sitting alone under the light. He was touched by her determination. The teacher began helping her for free and gave her old books. Ayesha worked even harder. When the final school exams arrived, everyone expected rich students to come first. But when the results were announced, the entire village was shocked. Ayesha stood first in the district. The same people who once laughed at her now congratulated her. Soon she received a scholarship and moved to the city to study medicine. Life was still difficult. She worked part-time, studied late into the night, and never forgot where she came from. Many years later, her dream finally came true. Dr. Ayesha returned to her village. But she did not come back alone. She came back with a plan. Using her savings and support from donors, she built a free hospital for poor families. Children who once had no medical care could now receive treatment. On the opening day, hundreds of villagers gathered outside the hospital. A reporter asked her, "What gave you the strength to keep going when life was so difficult?" Dr. Ayesha smiled. She pointed toward the old street light that still stood near the market. "That light taught me something," she said. "You don't need perfect conditions to start. You only need the courage to begin." The crowd applauded. Today, thousands of patients are treated in her hospital every year. And every evening, as the sun sets, the old street light shines quietly over the village. It reminds everyone that a dream can begin with nothing more than a book, a little hope, and the courage to keep going. Moral: success is not determined by what you have. It is determined by what you do with what you have.